Hello folks, my name is Senile Sarge. Today we're going to discuss how to upgrade your workbench in Valheim. Let's get after it. Alright, don't forget to like and leave us a comment if you have other questions. If there's something I missed in the video, ask. We'll be surely here to help you make you successful as you continue your Valheim play. There's a lot of questions for new players on how to upgrade a workbench in Valheim. So today I'm hoping to help you understand that process a little bit, as it's one of the things that's not really clearly explained. So the first thing you're going to have to do when you start off in your world, which won't look like this, but you're going to start off as a new player, is you're going to have to craft a hammer. So when you come on as a new player, you're going to see the stone axe, the club, and the hammer, right? So when you click on the hammer, you're going to see that you need 3 wood and 2 stone. And you can get these by running around and picking them up off the ground or beating the small trees with your fist. You're going to be able to get these wood pieces. And you'll go ahead and you'll craft that hammer. Once you've crafted the hammer, now you have the ability to put that in your toolbar. So as you can see, my hot area here, I've actually moved the hammer from here, as an example, now into the number 1 slot, which it'll automatically drop in there for you, but just so that you have it there for easy use. So when I go in here, I'm going to pull up the hammer and I'm ready to do something here. So now I can right click and now it'll open up what I can do. You're going to want to go to the crafting tab. So you have these different tabs that are on the top, and the one that you're going to see is the workbench. So you'll pull that workbench out and then you'll basically set it down. The one thing that I'm not going to show you here is it's important that you see I can run up to this and actually craft or actually repair my items. You won't be able to do this if you set it down into an open field, like if I set it right over here, just to kind of show you what I'm talking about. When I come up to this thing to try to do anything, you see it tells me that I need a roof. So all I really have to do to make this successful so that it'll work is just put a roof around it. So put a couple sides on it. Doesn't need to be fancy, right? And you can do this really anywhere. And then you're just basically going to put a roof over the top of it, like such. And then you should be able to, and every once in a while it won't work. Well, there it did. It worked. So it's that simple. And that's the same way that I would do it if you're out and about and you're running around. It's really how you can do it the easiest way. Okay, so let's look at a workbench that's complete. So this is a complete setup. So when you just have the workbench by itself, it's basically level 1. So when you look at mine, you can see here where the star is that this is a level 5 bench. How you get to that level 5 is by all the pieces that you're going to add. So you're going to add the chopping block, and you're going to add the tanning rack, and you're going to add the, well, tool shelf next, and then of course the adze. So what you can do is the same thing we did before. You pull out your hammer, you're going to go into crafting, and you're going to see that these items are going to pop up here. It's important to note you're not going to see all of these items as a new player, because as you collect things in the game, these different recipes are going to show up for you. Okay, so the chopping block, for an instance, to put that chopping block down, I need a minimum of 10 wood and I need 10 flint to be able to do that. Wood's easy. You can cut wood once you craft, basically an axe or whatever you're going to use. And then for the flint, in the meadows, so we can see that we're in the meadows up here in the top right corner. Anywhere in the meadows along the water is where you're going to find flint. And then of course, any lakes or streams that go through, you'll also find flint, and it'll show up for you. It's pretty easy. So that one's not hard. The next one is going to be the tanning rack. For this one, it's the same thing. Wood, flint, you're going to need leather scraps from boars, and then deer hide. So when you come into the game, it's important, fight all those boars, fight all those deer, and get all the skins and stuff off of them, because you're going to use them as you progress initially through the game. Once you've been moving through the game a little bit, well, first I would tell everybody, you should always try to get your workbench up to a level 3, which is basically your tanning rack. Sometimes with some of the gear that you have, you need it to be that level anyway, and based off whatever level you put your gear at. So if you look at my gear, you're going to see that there's numbers. So that some of these are level 3s, and this is level 4. So that the level of the item is there in the top right corner. So I'm going to need at least a workbench that's going to give me that stuff. So as you progress, you're slowly going to come upon the adze is going to be kind of one of those things that you're going to want to add. For that one, you're going to need fine wood and bronze. So this one's a little bit more difficult, and you're also going to need the forge, as you can see down here at the bottom. The forge is pretty easy to put up. So it's right here. So the forge is stone, coal, wood, copper, and you can see how everything starts to complicate a little bit. To actually get coal, there's a couple different ways, but really the easiest way to get coal that I found is right here. So it's the charcoal kiln. That easy. So you'll want to get that. You come up to this thing, throw some wood up in it, and then it's going to throw some charcoal out at you at some point. And these aren't too expensive to get for you. So when you look at the, let's go back to the right screen, I guess. When you get here, you notice it's got stone, so it's only about 20 stone, but you need circling cores. So you need 5 of those, and you can get those in the dungeons that are located in the Black Forest. So those are probably the easiest way to get those. So once you've got your forge up, I've got mine actually behind me. You just need a level 1 forge. Then you're going to need bronze. So bronze is going to be, again, the Dark Forest. Inside of the Dark Forest, you've got these rocks that'll have copper in them. So inside of those rocks, whenever you pickaxe them, so you're going to need a pickaxe, but you have to fight the first boss to get your pickaxe. Once you get that, then you have the ability to go out there, hit those rocks, and then you'll get copper ore. And then the tin is actually located along the waterway of the Dark Forest. So you can actually walk along it, and you're going to see the tin on the ground. You'll need both of those to then make bronze, which you then put into the forge outside. You're actually going to put it inside of, or I'm sorry, you're going to put it inside of the forge. So if I come over here, if I do this right, here we go. You come in here and you can see that for me to make bronze, I need the copper and I need the tin. So, but you're going to get all of that in the Dark Forest. So actually not that difficult to do. The final piece of the puzzle is going to be the tool shelf. For this one, you're going to need iron, fine wood, and obsidian. The one thing I didn't mention about fine wood earlier is you can get that from the birch trees. So those are those you can find in the meadows. You're going to need an axe of some sorts, usually a bronze axe, to go out, chop those down. You're going to get fine wood and you're going to get normal wood. So for the tool shelf, the iron, you're going to get that from the swamp. That's usually the best place to get it. You can get that if you have the, let me show you this right here. If you have the wishbone on, then it'll also locate where, you know, some of the ore deposits are for the iron. But if not, you can go into the dungeons in the swamp. You'll actually, again, pickaxe, you'll break up the rocks, you're going to get iron ore, you'll bring that back. What you're going to do once you bring back the iron ore, you'll come here, you're going to load that into the side, for instance, here in the smelter, right? And then once you do that, then you have the ability, it'll pop them out, and now you've got the bars. So you can see that once we get the bars, to make it easy on ourselves, we come, oops, sorry, we load those up into here. So now we've always got that stuff. So those are pretty easy. The obsidian, which is really the final piece of the puzzle for the tool shelf, that's going to be in the mountain biomes, so where snow is. And when you go up there, you'll see the rocks. Basically, just look at the rocks as you run around, and it'll say obsidian on it. And those are the ones that you want to break apart. You want to take those and kind of take those back with you. So remember, if you're a new player, you're coming into the game, and I know there's still lots of people that are coming in, even though the game's been out for a little bit, take the time at the beginning of the game to farm rock, you know, wood, flint, boars, deer, all of that. It's going to be so helpful for you as you move through the game. I mean, farming at the beginning is super important to help you, especially as you begin the game, to have all those resources so you can do anything. Well, I hope this video was helpful. Hopefully it helps you move through the game a little bit more. That's all for today, folks. Let me know in the comments if you have any other questions or anything that you think I missed. Till next time, this is Senile Sarge signing off.